Yikes. All right, so hi, it's been a while. I'm Gabby. Nice to meet you. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gabby, and your girl is just an Aquarius girl trying to make some content, hence the channel name. But anyways, this channel is basically a big ass story in my life, and don't know why I'm gonna have way too much energy right now. So basically, there's been a lot of stuff, too much stuff going on right now, and I feel like I'm finally at the moment in my life where it has finally gotten to settle in and feel like home. You'll get what I mean later in the video, but yeah. So if you want to find out what the big news is, or if you already know and just want to know all the deets, just keep watching. And yeah, let's just get on with the damn thing.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
So honestly, I don't know what I'm going for, what type of vlog. I'm just gonna go with the flow. At the same time, let y'all know basically a big update on just what's been going on. Yeah, I guess first off, COVID. Not funny, but since COVID has pretty much started, okay, well, Jesus, there's just so much to cram into one video, but here I go. Okay, obviously March is when all this COVID stuff started happening, so I guess I'm gonna try to just make this like a long story short, because honestly there is just a lot of stuff. So there was just a lot of good news that had, I guess, been in the works, and I guess there was just so much going on. Like, I was trying to finish college, and your girl finally finished college. She got her degree. No, she did not get her degree. Why are you lying? She got her certificate. Yes, your girl finally finished college. It is my accomplishment of the year, that is for sure. Basically, after that, me and Chris decided it was time to move. So in the process of us moving, my mom actually got infected. Infected, Jesus Christ, she's not a zombie. My mom did get exposed to COVID. The day that we moved out of my parents' house, we moved into our new apartment. That was the day that she basically got really bad, and she was legit so pale. Like, she looked like the wall pale, and it was just really bad, and we had to call the EMS, and she went to the hospital, and it was really scary. I don't know, you just keep talking about COVID and like how to protect yourself and like how to stay clean and disinfect and all that stuff, and it's just like, it's crazy because you just like, you hear about all the stories about getting COVID, and then you're like, what the fuck? I just had deja vu. I'm having major deja vu right now. Jesus Christ. Wow, it is still going. It's so fucking weird. And a couple days later, my grandpa goes into the hospital for other health reasons, and so they're both in the hospital, and at the same time it's like there's so much on our plate because we're moving, and at the same time we were trying to get tested, and Chris couldn't start his new job because we had to get tested and everything like that. So while we were waiting for test results, which took like 2 weeks, they did come back positive, so that meant we had COVID. So it was me, Chris, and my mom that all ended up being positive for COVID. And during that first week that we had moved in here at the apartment, it really sucked because I mean we had like boxes and furniture everywhere. Like it was just weird because like we just had no sense of energy or motivation, and that's when like we started like not being able to like smell, and he lost his sense of taste. I didn't. But yeah, that happened, and it got bad to where the point where it's like we started to get like heat sweats. Obviously not that bad, but we started to get hot sweats. What are they called? Heat sweats. Doesn't sound right. And at the same time, like I was going through a lot of stuff. But yeah, it got to the point where we were both starting to get like sick. So it really sucked, but we had to quarantine ourselves. So he took over our bedroom and I took over the living room, and I had to set up like an airbag and airbag an air mattress. Shout out to my bubs fam, because they really came through. Because I mean we've been quarantined, like till this day, like we've been quarantined, and that was like early June. Yeah, I believe that was early June. And Jesus Christ, I'm never gonna do my makeup with me talking. So yeah, during early June, we started, that's when the move happened, and that's when we experienced COVID. And basically, yeah, I mean, there's not much to really say because we were quarantined the whole time, and we were really paranoid to really go anywhere, and we were disinfecting, and I mean we really had no motivation to do anything. Yeah, and that's when Chris began to get worse to where he literally could not eat at all. And if you know Chris, you know that man loves to eat. He would take like one bite of a burger and like that was it. Like he couldn't eat whatsoever. Like it was really bad. And until one day he got like really pale like my mom did, and I was like, damn, like this is like, I mean it's hard because it's just like you don't know, because I feel like every case is different. Like some people get sick and then they're good, and then some people get sick and the next thing you know, like you're at their funeral, and it's heartbreaking. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, and I think that's really scary. The EMS had to come, and they ended up taking him to the hospital. They sent him back home with some like medication, and I think after like a week he was good taking the medication. Yeah, he felt way better with the medication and stuff, but yeah, it was crazy because, hold on, backtrack. When mom went into the hospital, basically I think they sent her home. She stayed overnight and then they sent her home the next day. I think they gave her like a couple medications, but then it got worse. So then that whole 24 hours went by at home and she was still feeling really bad, so my dad went and took her to the hospital again, and she ended up staying for like a couple days. I guess they quarantined her in there. The only thing that kept, I guess, well, me saying was that we were FaceTiming her every chance that we got, every day. I mean, that kept us all together for sure. So yeah, while all of us are dealing with COVID, at the same time my grandpa was not doing too well, and we were dealing with basically saying our last goodbyes. And yeah, so we were kind of all as a family dealing with a loss, but with a loss in the family, we gain a new one, and that is probably why you clicked on this video. Because yes, I am pregnant. That's so weird. While going through all of this stuff, I have been pregnant. And I have been since May. Apparently it sucks not being able to have like a grandparent to like share that with, but at the same time it's like he's kind of already met her before me, or him. Ooh, I don't know, we don't know the gender yet. So yeah, gender reveal coming soon, baby shower coming soon, all of that's coming soon, a new life coming soon. Jesus Christ. So before we were like exposed and everything, I told my parents the day that I found out, which was basically a week after, I believe it was a week after my best friend's birthday, because we went to Corpus, video coming soon. But we went to Corpus for her birthday, and that was the first week of June. When we came back, that's basically when I found out. And I told my parents that day because that weekend I was actually supposed to start my period, and when I came back, Chris had mentioned if I had started yet, and I obviously did not. So I had already taken 3 tests and they were all positive. And so when my family finally all got to the house, I let them know the news, and my mom was like, what you're kidding? Are you being for real? Like, this isn't a prank? And I was like, no, like I legit like took all 3 like today, like at different times. It's real. Like, I'm not pranking you. So I had told her that, and then she was like, oh my god, like that's so weird because I had a dream last night, and like I had a dream last night and you came into the room and you like just how you did, and you sat on my bed, or like me and your dad were laying down and like you wiggled in the middle and you just flat out said it like you did, like I'm pregnant. And she was like, I had it, like that was my dream, like that's what you did, and that's exactly what you did right now. And she was like, you're lying, like what? And she like kind of got like teary-eyed, and I was like, no, like that's real. Yeah, so that was weird how she had like a dream. She had a dream that I was gonna do exactly what I did. Fortune teller. My dad is kind of just like, what is this, like there are 3 plus signs. No, obviously we're joking, but yeah, so he was pretty excited, and they were just like, wow, that's so weird, that's so crazy. And what's it called, and like it's weird too because yeah, a couple months before that I'd always been having these dreams about losing my teeth, and they were always like I never really would remember the dream, but I would just remember that I would like, it would like be in my mouth, and I would just like, and I'm like all my teeth are just like falling out, and I'm like, that's the only thing that I could remember about the dream. And I thought it was like really weird. And apparently when you have that type of dream, it means that a baby is about to be born or something like that, or like someone's pregnant, or like someone's about to have a kid or something. I don't know. So I told my parents, and they were really excited. Yeah. And then a couple days later, I told my sister. I told my sister, and she was really, really excited. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna meet Thea," and like, yeah. So she was pretty happy, and she started to get teary-eyed. But I was like, I don't know. There's something about me where just like, I think it's just weird to show emotion, but Aquarius problems. Yeah, I told them right when I found out, pretty much, and then I told them to all be quiet about it because obviously it was still way too early, and excuse me, it was still way too early in the process, and I couldn't deal with that type of agony if I knew that it wouldn't have gone through and everyone's just saying sorry to me. But it's just like, I don't know, like obviously it's good to have your family behind your back if something like that did happen, but I feel like that at the same time, like that's kind of my story to tell if it were to happen, not my family's, you know? And like, I don't know, it's just like, I'm a very, very private person. Like if you know me, you know that, like I'm very private. With information like that, it's just like, and then, I don't know, it's just like, it was definitely really scary. And, I think a week later after I told them, right when I got into work, I just felt heavy. Like I felt like there was just like a weight on me, and I just felt like I wanted to cry, like on command. Like I needed to cry. I don't know. But I'd already been talking to like my manager saying that I might put in my 2 weeks and blah blah blah, because when I had found out, obviously I didn't want to be working and dealing with COVID, and neither did Chris. So we both decided that it was best for me to quit my job. Right before I had talked to her, I went to the restroom and I realized that I was bleeding, and Chris came to pick me up and we went straight to the hospital, and they basically told me, oh my god, I was there forever, but they basically told me that I had a threatened miscarriage, which was pretty scary because it was like, you get so hyped. But yeah, so that had happened, and then obviously moving in, it just, me and Chris in quarantine and just all this COVID stuff, and then oh my god, feeling my body changing, and yeah, it wasn't fun. Like our home didn't feel like home whatsoever, and it kind of sucked because it was like, I'm not ready to live in a place that does not feel like home, where I have to like raise somebody and it not feel like home. Like it was like a whole thing. And obviously now it's good. Like I think definitely after us getting over COVID and us like after quarantining and like disinfecting and taking care of ourselves and all that stuff, definitely works. And like we're fine now. It's been like what, 2 months now, and yeah, so, and on top of that, it kind of sucked too because because we were positive, I wasn't able to schedule any kind of OB tests. So I was just going off of like my estimate due date of February 10th from the hospital, because when I went they told me I was 5 weeks. When I actually did finally go to my first appointment for my OB, they actually did ask me if I wanted nausea medication, and of course your girl said yes, because that nausea shit just it ain't working at all. And I don't know if it was the medicine or if it was just my body at the time, but I did actually bleed again, and that time was a little bit more harder because it was like, damn, I'm literally almost there to my second trimester, and fuck, like, is it me? Is it like what am I doing wrong? Like, what do I need to take? Like, what am I not taking? Like, just like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And that day or that night that it happened, it was really weird because that was the same night that me and Chris actually took Polaroids. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen that Polaroid because I posted it. But yeah, that day, that night that I posted it, basically we took the Polaroids, and we were already like putting in the captions and figuring out what we wanted to caption and blah blah blah, and like we were just about to press post, and I felt like I was on my period or something, and I was like gotta go. And when I went to the restroom, I didn't realize that I was bleeding, and yeah, I was just like heartbroken. I definitely cried that night because it was just like, fuck. We ended up posting the photos anyway because Chris was just like, I mean, if it does happen, at least we got to share that information with our friends and our family and blah blah blah. And I totally breathed that in. But yeah, so he kind of just like reassured me, like, if things don't go through, like, at least we still had that moment, you know? So a couple days later, went to my doctor, and they basically said I was fine. So how am I literally still on my base? Jesus. Yeah, obviously before like we posted anything, we told my family, and then we told Chris's family, or well, his immediate family kind of already knew. And now I'm here basically letting you guys know what has been going the fuck on, because I obviously, you know what, hold on, let me finish my face. Let me just finish this up. But yeah guys, it has been a hella tough time during this, what, six month COVID quarantine thing. So yeah, a lot has definitely been going on with, you know, my mom and COVID and us and COVID and family loss, but a family gain. And today is August 12th, and as of today, Wednesday, I am what am I? 14 weeks and 3 days. Also, I do have a lot, not a lot, but I do have a couple videos that, excuse me, I do have a couple videos that I never uploaded just because I was going through finishing college and then starting work and then finding out I was pregnant and then the COVID and then yeah, so much going on at once. But I do have other videos that I need to actually edit and upload, so stay tuned for those as well. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Don't know what I'm doing with my arms, but if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell button. Whoa, make sure to hit that like button down below and go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down and let me know what you didn't like. And yeah, if y'all have any more suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. But if you do want to get notified every single time I upload a video, make sure to hit that bell button. Now hit that bell button to be notified every single time that I upload, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.